Today in Phoenix, millionaires are flocking to a surprising Arizona city in droves, reshaping its economic landscape.
Hey there, I'm Leah, and welcome back to another episode of Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Phoenix.
And I'm Garrett. Let's dive right in, yeah?
All right, here's where we begin. Phoenix has just been ranked the hottest city in the U.S., according to Redfin. We're seeing average summer temperatures soaring to 93.7 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the highest in the country.
I heard about that, and it's kind of wild when you think about it. I mean, the urban heat island effect makes it worse, right? Basically, the city retains more heat because of all the buildings and roads.
Exactly, and it's not just uncomfortable. We've had prolonged heat waves that are literally a deadly environmental impact. Over the past 2 years, we've seen record-breaking temperatures claiming hundreds of lives.
Yeah, totally. That's something to puzzle out, especially with tree planting efforts failing previously. It's like, what's the plan here? Well, now there's a focus on increasing tree cover for heat mitigation. But Leah, what happens if the plans don't work again?
Real talk, Garrett. The city council's working on it, but sustaining these environmental improvements seems pretty challenging. Let's keep it hopeful, though.
All right, let's roll on to the next topic. Trump's new travel ban. It's stirring up quite the conversation.
Yeah, it's causing quite the buzz. On June 4th, Trump's administration announced new travel restrictions on 19 countries, mostly in Africa and Asia, citing national security concerns due to alleged poor vetting processes.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Critics are saying these measures mainly reflect racial biases. Authorities are disputing it since migrants from these countries, apparently, represent a tiny percentage of crimes in the U.S.
Totally, and statistically, these countries aren't a big threat. It feels like we're repeating history here, with echoes of the old travel bans during Trump's first tenure.
You nailed it, Leah. Linking immigration to national security, it seems like a facade. There's a history there, and it's not just about vetting, huh?
Okay, let's move on to our next story, a recent traffic stop shooting in Phoenix.
All right, here's where we begin. A traffic stop in North Phoenix turned violent as a man named Sam Perrone confronted Officer Michael Uglade Flores, and things escalated fast.
Yeah, so Perrone, who's 46, was pulled over for driving below the speed limit. Then after refusing to show his ID, he got into a fight with the officer. Can you believe that?
It's a curveball, Leah. Perrone went as far as trying to grab the officer's gun. Not where you'd think a simple traffic stop would go, right?
Honestly, yeah. In the scuffle, Officer Uglade Flores shot Perrone in the leg. Luckily, it wasn't life-threatening, but Phoenix PD's shooting rates have been really high, and that's concerning.
All right, on to the next. There's a heated dispute about the future of the Salt River horses.
Yeah, 2 organizations are in a tug-of-war over who should manage these iconic horses in Arizona's Tonto National Forest.
You bet. The Salt River Wild Horse Management Group has been handling them so far with a fertility control method to manage the population. But now, Wild Horse Transition Team wants the reins, suggesting changes to the current methods.
The debate's on fire. Let's shed some light here. There's this big concern over environmental impact and public transparency in their management practices. What do you think?
Yeah, real talk. The public is divided. It's not just about managing the horses, but preserving the environment while trying to respect these iconic horses that have been around for over a century.
And what a twist it'll be. Moving right along, let's talk about the millionaire influx in Scottsdale.
Scottsdale is really living up to its reputation as a hub for the wealthy. It's grown 125% in millionaire population over the last decade.
That's pretty cool, right? It's second globally only to Shenzhen, China. Tax perks, luxury living, and the weather here seem to be doing the trick for retirees and high-net-worth individuals.
Exactly. And now, some neighboring cities might start seeing similar growth. It's a unique situation, though, as it could mean even more economic stratification, more layers between the wealthy and the rest. What do you think about that?
It definitely resonates with me as a pattern seen elsewhere too. The exclusivity factor in Scottsdale seemed pretty effective, and it just might catch on.
So there we have it, folks. That's Laid Back Local for today. We've covered some interactive stories, and Phoenix is growing in more than one way. That's for sure.
Yeah, keep it chill, everyone. Tune in tomorrow for more stories brewing in Phoenix.